Hey everyone, Kai here. Today is the last episode of 2018, and it is going to be a pre-recorded show as we are on vacation. Today's show is the most listened to show of 2018, and the shocker is it's The Man Show, which aired in November, and it's already the most listened to episode of 2018. On this show, we had men answering men questions of men with a little Kai thrown in there. That sounds wrong, I know, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I guess everybody else did. And we look forward to seeing you again in 2019. Bye.
And everyone, welcome to a new episode of No Conduct Radio. Today we have a very, very special show geared towards men only. I know we're about to be hated on by all the feminists, but you know what? Sometimes we just need to focus on the guys. And that's what we're doing tonight. Apparently, this is a very waited, I don't know how you would say it, waited for show. People have been waiting for this since I posted it last week. And actually, since I mentioned it, 2-3 weeks ago, people have been waiting for it. And I have a bunch of questions that came in, and they're really, really good questions. And they're really questions that we haven't had before. Usually we have, repeat questions. But, you know, these are questions we haven't had before. So I'm really excited about this show. We have Logic, we have BJ, we have guest host Christopher Wallace. I don't know why, but I just can't say just Chris. I have to say Christopher Wallace. So that's his name, and that's what everybody's going to call him. And we're just waiting for Catfish Nugget, which everyone knows is Char's friend, to come on. And then we'll have a whole panel of men just talking men stuff. So tonight we're going to discuss, I'm going to read out a question that was sent to the relationship group by this guy, and Logic answered it, and the guy was like, he was so thankful because Logic hit the nail on the head. We're going to talk about this feminist movement and men, how is it affecting men. We're going to talk about men and the family court, and we're going to answer your relationship questions. Just for men, though. So please, women, suck it up this time. It's not about you right now. Suck it up. So, let's start with our guest host, Christopher Wallace. Christopher Wallace, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. Just another life. At least I got to wake up, right?
Yeah, I can't complain, huh? And if anybody doesn't remember Christopher Wallace, he came on to our show, and he was discussing the problem with him going to court with his ex-wife, and his ex-wife was trying to file a lot of child support on him, and the judge has said something like if he eats steak and vegetables or whatever at his house, then, you know, you got to eat it at his mom's house, and he charged Christopher Wallace more money and all that stuff. So that's Christopher Wallace. If you forgot who he was, he's from that episode. And I'll repost his episode again sometime this week so you can re-listen to it. BJ Logic, what's up?
North Pole Hotline.
Help, I know Santa was busy, but he missed some big styles on my family's list.
Good thing there's Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, Old Navy's got everything you still want. Right now, get up to 75% off store-wide from PJs to puffer jackets.
Up to 75% off?
Including thousands of clearance styles from just $1.99.
I can't miss that.
Or this. Today only, get 50% off all of Old Navy's jeans for adults and kids, even Rockstar 24/7 jeans.
50% off?
Hurry into Old Navy for up to 75% off store-wide. Valid 12/26 through 1/2. In stores only. Jean sale valid 12/26. Excludes in-store clearance.
Busy. Doing good, though. Yeah. Can't complain.
I'm happy BJ made it because he's getting a little bit too big for us. He's getting famous, and we just ain't shit no more.
Yeah, he going to be cashing the show in for Asian girls and white chicks.
Yeah. Well, I got to be Asian now. White chicks.
So again, we're just waiting on Catfish Nugget. But while we're waiting, I did tell y'all last week I was going in for a root canal. Actually, last week I told you it was in 2 weeks, but they upped it to this week. So I had a root canal, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I actually messed myself up. Like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was up 6 o'clock this morning, so if I seem a bit hyper, that's why. And I was just nervous. But this dentist, she was really good, and the anesthesia has worn off, and I feel nothing. So I guess just the moral of that story is just find a good dentist who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I want to read and this has to do with men. You'll see what I'm saying. I want to read this. I was just minding my own business, looking at my Facebook when this came across my feed. And I want you men to stop whatever you're doing. You probably need to sit down for this one. And I want you to listen to this horse crap that I'm about to read. So, this is the craziness that came across my feed now. Transgender woman. So basically it's a dude. Transgender woman froze. I'm going to read this title exactly as it's spelled out here because it just doesn't even make sense. Transgender woman froze her sperm to have her own child after transition.
What?
Now, let it sink in. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. Transgender woman froze her sperm to have her own child after transition.
Oh, my God.
So what does he think he's going to do, impregnate himself?
Impregnate himself, right.
I think he thinks that once he looks like a woman, he's going to somehow grow ovaries, and then he's going to impregnate himself with his sperm. I don't understand it. But you know what I learned? Because I was reading accounts of guys who went through this gender reassignment surgery, and they actually don't call it that anymore. They call it something more quote-unquote PC. But I was reading accounts of guys who went through this gender reassignment surgery, and they regretted it, and they actually went back. One guy said he started taking the pills and everything, and he thought about doing the big chop. And doctors really, really push you to take the pills. They really, really push you to chop it off or whatever, flip-flop. But he said, instead of letting you research what the pills, the after effects of the pills and everything, they really push you to just do it, just do it, just do it. They tell you you'll feel better, you'll finally feel like yourself, all of this stuff. So a lot of these people, this one guy, he said he researched the pills and he decided he was absolutely not doing it. Here's Catfish Nugget. So he researched the pills, and he decided that he was absolutely not going to do it because apparently those pills are very dangerous for you. They cause cancer and a bunch of other stuff. And I never even knew this because it's becoming so prevalent now that I just, I thought it was, not that it was okay, but, it wouldn't kill you anyways. But apparently, yeah, those pills are very dangerous. Also, another one who said he completely went through with it, like again, I said the doctors tell you that you'll finally feel like yourself. Another one said, no, you don't. You still have, those nagging doubts, like I still don't feel like I'm supposed to feel. I still feel like I should be this. He said changing the way you look doesn't change how your mind perceives yourself. So they're like, it's very damaging for you to even do that. Yeah, he said it's very psychologically damaging for you to even go through with the physical changes. But in today's world, that's the new thing, and all the doctors are doing is trying to push you towards changing. Just do it. Just take the medicine, take the pills, chop it off, whatever.
They gotta stay in business, of course. What? Yeah, they gotta get a paycheck. Steady paycheck. Yeah.
My thing is, I understand that, but if you come out and say stuff like that, like if I were to say that, they would say I'm gay bashing, for instance.
What?
I don't know how that's gay bashing if I'm saying, well, psychologically you're not going to see yourself. It's just like somebody who has anorexia. No matter how skinny they get, they're still going to see themselves as fat, and they're going to still continue to try and get skinny. It's the same thing. But if you don't just go along with the rhetoric, if you don't just agree with everybody, they call that gay bashing. So
everything
I decided I was going to do research myself, and I wanted to read people who have gone through this because I'm a straight woman. I can't talk for how lesbians or gay men feel. I can't do that. So I wanted to read what they say. You know what I'm saying? And in reading that, I wonder how many people have actually read that, listened to it, understood. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just wanted y'all to think, let that headline sink in. Transgender woman froze her sperm to have her own child after transition. And I'm just like, nobody told her that's not how it works.
Well,
I'm wondering.
that's about as goofy as Vlad TV asking Fat Joe if he thinks that white people should use the word nigga. Fat Joe is Puerto Rican. What are you asking him for?
Why would he care?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? I don't know. Tell you the truth,
Anyway,
he should get his chin checked for saying it.
Catfish Nugget, are you there?
Catfish Nuggets in the building. How's everybody doing?
I need that little horn.
You know, personally,
we are good.
I don't
How
mind
are
if
you?
a white person uses the word nigga. It doesn't bother me at all, actually.
It doesn't bother you? Seriously?
No. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the word is in every rap song ever known to man, pretty much, unless you're Will Smith or somebody. So if you want me to stop saying the word, we got to take out the music. So that's never going to happen. Now, only the nigga would actually really be offended. Straight up. You remember that movie called Deep Cover, which had was it Denzel in it, right? The cop asked him.
What's it called? Deep Cover?
Deep Cover had Lawrence Fishburne in it.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. That's right. So at the end of the movie, Lawrence Fishburne said back to him, remember the question you asked me? He said, yeah. He said, the nigga would get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? The black man wouldn't. Big difference. But that's just thing.
Well, here's the thing. I don't take my cues from cleverly written scripts, that's from a movie. And I don't allow white people to dictate whether or not I should be offended by a word. Here's why I say this.
Exactly.
When it comes to rap is basically a music-based poetry. So the black people that did it and that do it, this is the way that they speak. Period. It's not about it's a musical genre or it's a style. It's not like this is reggae and people are saying, oh, you're not from the island, so you shouldn't use the steel drums. That has nothing to do with rap music. Nigga has nothing to do with rap. It's about how you're expressing your idea. My thing is, black people have turned that, and largely black men, young black men, have turned that word into a term of endearment. Doesn't matter what people feel about it or whatever, but this is what they have done. Now, if black people themselves had come up, say, in the 50s and decided, we no longer want to use this word, we want to bury this and blah, 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 then that would have been something that I would have considered because the birth of it would have come from black people when they were in a time of defining themselves. However, if you want to be honest with yourself, all of this nigga conversation started in the early 2000s because white people decided that they wanted to start having the conversation and say the N-word. Should we use it? Should we blah, blah, blah? If they use it, what's the blah, blah, blah? So it's like my thing is I'm not going to allow you now to decide whether or not I should be offended by it. And all of these other Sambo bootlicking trustees that want to run behind these white folks and say, yeah, we're going to bury the word and we're going to blah, blah, blah. You go ahead and do whatever you want. But no white people are going to stop me from how I speak and how I express myself to my friends and the way that I decide to talk. And the last point is, again, going back to rap music, you can express yourself without using the word nigga. There's black rappers that don't use it. There's black rappers that decide to put no violent lyrics whatsoever in their rap music and talk about nothing but uplifting black consciousness. There's a lot of different styles to the message that you want to say. But if you are a Spanish person, if you are an Asian, if you are white, you don't get the pass, period. Because, going back to the 50s again, I don't remember seeing no Asians and Spanish people walking with us getting German Shepherds sick on them because they were standing firm with us. I don't remember that happening. I don't remember any Jewish people standing up when Black Lives Matter started to make a lot of noise. Do you see any Asians or Spanish people jumping up with Black Lives Matter?
Hell no.
I don't. So you don't get to say it, period. Just like I don't get to say whatever their slurs are. If they decide that they use something between each other or whatever, that's not my place to go over there and be like, oh, I like the way that sounds. I'm going to start using it because I like Kung Fu movies, so I'm going to start using Asian slurs. What? No. Appreciate the art, but keep it moving. Have some decorum. That's my whole thing. If black people are more powerful than a word, then we in deep shit, and we ain't going to make it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree with what Logic said. I don't let anybody say it, so.
Right.
But okay,
that's
so let's move on.
Point.
Let's move on before we get into a whole other show. So this was a topic, or this was a question that came into our relationship group. So for listeners out there, if you don't know yet, we have a relationship question and answer group where anybody in the group could answer your questions, but more than likely it's going to be the host of No Conduct Radio. So search Facebook, Relationship Health Question and Answers. And this is our group. You can ask any question if you just want to say, how does Shar say it? Unanimous? If you just want to stay unanimous, you can go ahead and send your question to me, and we'll unanimously post your question to the group. Catfish, Nugget, and Christopher Wallace, you don't get the joke. Don't worry about it. So here's a question that came through our group, and Logic actually answered this question. So it says, hello, people, I need your advice, and this is coming from a guy. I'm dating this girl who I love very much, but lately she keeps on ignoring my text. If I ask her if we can meet or hang out, when I message her, she takes her time to respond. Or she just responds with, like, one-word answers. I fear she has lost interest in me, so I also don't text her, and she complains and says, why am I ignoring her? Am I really okay? I'm having mixed emotions because one moment she's crazy in love with me and the other I'm not so sure. So, guys, should I let this go or keep holding on? So before I read Logic's answer, I'm going to ask Christopher Wallace and Catfish Nugget what they think about that.
All right, so number one, was she a Gemini? But no, that's just a joke. So we're gonna leave that one alone. But real quick, my thing is, if a female is having, sometimes some women enjoy the chase, and like you're chasing her, but if you chase her too much, she's like, I don't really want all this attention. But if you chase her too little, then she's like, where's all this attention? Relationships, when you're starting them off, it's about give and pull. Like, it's like, I'm giving some, I'm going to take some, give and take. So maybe he was just giving too much, and that's the reason why she's like, because some women, they go through certain things where, and men too, in relationships, where they feel as though, like, okay, this is a little too much. They feel a little bit, they're not used to all the attention, and then next thing you know, they feel kind of constricted or like it's too much. So, I mean, like, if I was him, you got to sit down with the woman or whoever he's messing with and talk to her one-on-one, like, yo, listen, what's going on with you? You good? Are you good? Because, you know, and see where her head is at before moving on in the relationship.
Okay, and Catfish Nuggets, what do you think?
I think it's all in expectations. You know, communication in a relationship is everything. So if my mate that I'm with or I'm dating is pulling away, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's the problem? You're doing something out of the not normal. You know, but like my man said, some people are used to having attention. So if you get it too much, I don't like it anymore. But again, some people that don't get the attention, they crave it and they want it. So again, it's all about setting expectations up front and let you know exactly, hey, this is what I want, this is what you want. Now let's work. It's that simple.
Okay. So Logic's response, and tell me if y'all agree with this also, because you're kind of saying the same thing, but tell me if y'all are agreeing with this. So Logic told the listener, basically you're calling her too much. She's becoming turned off because you're becoming too predictable, and you're too available. So I guess that's like what Christopher Wallace says, there's no chase anymore. There's no challenge for her. I would wager to say that you're probably very agreeable as well. Women hate that. My advice for you is to fall back a bit. Good rule of thumb is to have a relationship where the woman is doing 75% of the contacting. When she does contact you, talk for less than 20 minutes, then get off the phone. Only use the phone for setting up a date or meeting with her in person. Do not have a phone ship with her. She has to be so hungry for your time and attention when you give it to her. Don't be a jerk or rude. Just ease back. And when she asks you why you whatever, just say you've noticed she's gotten colder, so you're focusing more time on yourself. However, you still have feelings for her and you want to be with her. Put the majority of your time into self-improvement. Only give her time when she puts an effort for it. So that's kind of basically what both of y'all said. And the guy thanked Logic, and he said, wow, it's like you know me very well. Thank you so much for your advice. Starting today, I'm going to fall back.
My man Logic out here saving relationships.
but I doubt if he fell back, though.
Why do you think that?
Listen to what he wrote. I just got a feeling he didn't fall back.
Because it's not in his personality, you don't think?
Because he's more into her than she's into him. He's more into her.
You know what? That could be not true.
You know what, though,
it depends.
But that can happen if you catch it. I mean, because he's going to have. I mean,
right,
if you meet a joint that's a stunner. Like, let's say you one of these people that never had a hard 9 before on a 1 to 10 scale. That could blow your doors off. But if you're not focused and realizing what you're doing, you're gonna blow it. You know what I mean? Because she could like you, but the fact that she's so like, oh my god, that'll be a turn off. So it's like it can happen. It's just you have to. Like I said, the rule of thumb is she has to be calling more. And it has to be, all right, listen, you're coming through, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad to hear about your day. Oh, that's crazy. Listen, I got to get into some things, but if you're trying to come through, let me know. If not, I'll let you this weekend. Click.
Yep, you got it.
Sure.
So, Christopher Wallace, what were you going to say, or was it Catfish Nugget?
Oh, no. So, what I was saying is it's not always true that they're saying that, like, she's, like, not wanting that attention or he might have to fall back. I'm pretty sure he could have fell back. I mean, in a way, it depends on how he set up his relationship. Because this could just be hey, that's a platonic thing that we're doing, and then all of a sudden, like, he wanted more and she's not ready for more. Or it could be the opposite way around where he's saying, hey, all I want to do is do this, and y'all just chilling, and you said that, oh, we just want to be chilling, and then it's a little bit more than that. It depends on what's the thought of the relationship. That's what it is. The biggest thing is what type of relationship. Is it a real relationship, or is it like, hey, we talking,
like friends with benefits kind of thing?
Exactly.
But it sounds like it was more a relationship to him.
Right. Yeah.
You know? Because, I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be asking this question. He wouldn't care. That's what I think anyway.
Well, for friends with benefits, you can catch feelings too.
Ain't that it?
Yeah. Well, that's when you cut it off.
You got dudes out here that be falling in love with strippers. I mean, so anything's possible.
That's the truth. Yeah, that's the truth.
Listen, I used to, back when I worked for demolition, there was a construction dude on the dude on the construction side. He would budget in a certain amount of money every week.
Oh my God!
He had to go see Apache down at the night on Broad, the little yellow door down. Yeah, I'm gonna go up there. You know, I gotta see it. Like, what? Yo, she's a slut. What you doing? Keep that money in your pocket.
What? That's wow.
No,
insane.
listen, that's major. Again, what I said, if a dude has never, like, you look at all of these celebrities, like these basketball dudes, they're getting rooked left and right from Instagram chicks. IG chicks are taking them down. Why? Because if you be honest, NBA, NFL, they pretty much funny-looking guys. They've never had a 10 in their life. Now they got money, and they got these 10s coming at them. They don't know how to handle it, and they don't have like a OG on their squad that's saying, like, wait a minute, what? You met her where? And you doing what? No. I can't let you go out like that. Like, the rest of their friends, more than likely, is a bunch of, bums too. Never was able to attract a woman that's high up on the scale. So they all losing their minds. Like, oh, I'll send you a plane ticket. I'll get you a plane ticket. You just come out and see me. It's crazy. It's the craziest nonsense ever.
Yeah. And she getting pregnant. Bam, she got him.
There you go. Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom blowing mad money at a bunny ranch. What? What are you doing? What are you talking about? No OGs on the squad. Nobody sat him down and was like, this is what you want to do? You want to go out with hookers and cocaine? That's what you want to do? You love sick over a Kardashian? Really?
And Kanye about to take
They're
a fall with
7
Kim.
at best.
Yeah. Kim about to take him under. Yeah.
It's crazy.
No comment.
Speaking with the Kardashians, they take all the men and change them.
Yeah. And destroy them.
First one became a transgender person. I'm just throwing that
no,
out
but
there.
what do they all have in common? You look at all of the men that they got over the years. I'm not going to speak for Rob. I don't know much about his character. That was before my time. But Bruce Jenner was too. But I'm aware. Bruce Jenner is not a masculine alpha. Okay, Kanye is not a masculine alpha. Lamar Odom is not a masculine alpha. They get betas, and they turn these betas out to have money. And once their use is over, they toss. They take the guac and they roll. Man eaters.
Yeah.
But somebody that's familiar, they would know. They would sniff that out. Like, oh, okay, I see what this is.
Well, that's kind of what happened to the football player. What's his name again? The one who was with Kim before Kanye?
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah,
he she was at the games and everything, and then once he got used to it, it was like, all right, go ahead, get your bags together.
I think that's the one she really wanted, not Kanye. Reggie Bush, that's his name.
Yeah,
that's what she really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she had a sex tape out. You can't take a girl like that serious.
Take it to Thanksgiving.
For real, what man can live that down? Like it's for sale. You can buy it for $7.99.
She had a sex tape out. In today's world, they would call that slut shaming. So this is the whole feminist.
Doesn't matter what they
would call that slut
She's still
shaming.
stuffing a hog in her mouth on video. You can't marry that. Sorry, you just can't.
So
and hold your head high.
What do you think? What do you think about dudes doing that? Like the whole feminist movement on a whole. So women thinking or saying that they can have sex tapes, it empowers them. They can take pictures in just a song on Instagram, and you have to be okay with that. It empowers them. What do you think that's doing to men? Because there are men running around saying that that's okay. Whatever a woman wants to do with her body is what she wants to do with her body. I'm proud that she's showing her titties on camera. It's whatever she wants to do. So what do you think this whole feminist movement is doing to men today?
It's all the same. It's all the same response. It's these white knights that's hoping that if they say what these girls like to hear, that they're gonna get smashed. That's what it is. It is no other way that it could be a answer for that. Because no dude, I don't care who he is, I don't care where he comes from. No dude is going to want a bunch of men looking at his wife's butt naked unless he has a problem.
Seriously.
If he has, unless
well,
he
let
has
me ask. Stop right there, Logic. Let me ask. let me ask, Christopher Wallace, are you okay with that? Like, if your wife decided she wanted to be an Instagram model, but I mean, like a show-it-all Instagram model, would you be okay with that?
Listen, I'm not okay with her showing. Listen, that's my goods. That's mine. I invested in that. I put that ring on that. That's mine. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if she was showing her stuff before, I would still be like, okay, this is a little flag. I'm gonna see how this relationship go when we're dating. But I mean, like, as of just showing your goods, nah, I'm not okay with that. Now I know how some guys are okay with that because there's money involved. It's like, oh, okay, wait, hold on now. Like, this chick is bringing like a stripper. If your girl's a stripper, you know that she's bringing in bread. So when all the people are looking, you're like, yeah, I'm okay with that because all the money that's coming in.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But some people are okay with that. That's what I'm saying. It depends. So
okay,
me,
BJ.
no, I'm not cool with that.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't know you weren't finished. Go ahead.
Oh no, I said for me, I'm not okay with that.
Okay, so BJ, how do you feel about it?
No, it's like I said, can't happen. First of all, if you, like I say, showing yourself, first of all, I'm going to talk to you anyway. You're not going to be in my life that way. So, nah, you don't respect yourself, you don't respect your body. And plus, you don't respect the relationship that you're trying to be in with me. So it would never happen. So, nah. Mm-mm.
Would you do it like in the concept of like a throwaway chick? Like you would mess with her, but she's not somebody you would marry?
No throwaway chick, because if you're around a throwaway chick and you know who you're around, you got to, nah, it wouldn't happen to you because where you going to take it to? She ain't come to my house and, you want to go to her house or hotels. Nah. I got
damn, that's OG right there.
Ain't no time for that.
Yo, you ain't coming over to the crib. We're going to go over to the Snooty Fox.
To the Motel 6, that's about it. You can't be in public like that. Not around me. No.
Okay, and Catfish Nugget, how do you feel about it? If you had a girl, I don't remember if you're married or not, but if you had a girl and she, I don't know, her dream was to be in the Playboy Mansion, would you be okay with that?
Damn.
The Catfish can't hackle. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? I'm more like, if my man said, if you're my boo, then your body belongs to me just like mine belongs to yours. So, and if I'm not out here doing no catwalk for everybody to see me on Instagram, you ain't out here doing no catwalk for everybody to see you on Instagram. Absolutely not. The Catfish can't haggle, big baby. No.
But okay, see, I hear what all of y'all are saying. Trust me, I agree with you, but now I have to play, on the other side. So I have to talk for the feminists. So y'all are saying her body belongs to you and everything like that, but feminists say that's not the case. My body belongs to me, and we just happen to be together. So what if you got a girl who was of that mindset? How does a man? Let me change this question. How does a man who gets a girl who he's interested in like that? How does he deal with that?
Damn, I can't answer that because I ain't got the time.
What do you mean? What question are you asking?
I can't answer.
Hold on, Catfish had a story. Catfish, go ahead. You said you had a story.
I got a buddy of mine out here in Vegas. Known him for years, right? So his girlfriend at the time was a stripper. So me and one of my partners ended up going to the strip club, not even thinking about it. So my boy calls me. He's like, "Where you at?" "Man, we at Sapphire." "Is my girl here?" "Yeah." "Hey, man, she's about to get on stage right now." This fool got there in 2.2 seconds.
Wow.
So any real man is not going to approve of his babe doing that. But at the same time, that comes with a lot of bag of worms. Now, Catfish is a fine old piece of candy right about now, in my mind. So yes, we're out. People look at her. I don't mind all that. But don't look and stare like, damn, she's bad. Now you might get socked in the mouth real quick. You understand me? So, no, absolutely gawky.
If you gawk at it, like, drooling at the mouth, like, yo, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
too many cans of worms. Absolutely not.
I hear men saying that you know you don't want some dude saying that your chick's bad, but then look at Kanye for instance. He's okay with Kim Kardashian stripping butt naked on the cover of a magazine or quote unquote breaking the internet. He's completely okay with it, and he wants men to look at her.
Yeah, but you're bringing him up like he is he's the average. Like he's like his. You gotta understand. He married a girl that has a sex tape on the market for sale.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Kanye's in a
so she's like he's already a goon in that sense. She gooned him. She knows she did. So and the thing was when she did that with damn, I was about to say Nick Cannon. What's his name? Brandy's brother. When she did that with him, Ray J. She was trying to get noticed, and it didn't really work out for her. Even though people talked about it, you might have knew, okay, her name is Kim Kardashian. That's her name. In the end of the day, you still didn't care, you know, because she wasn't good at anything. She didn't do anything, so you had no reason to care. She was making the rounds, landed on Reggie Bush. She was hoping that Reggie Bush would look past it, but Reggie Bush, at least he has a shred of OG in him, or he has somebody in his crew that was like, I will break your jaw if you wife this chick up. It's not happening, not on my watch. So something happened. He gave her the walking papers. The only other clown that was around actually waiting for her was Kanye. And who was Kanye messing with before her? Amber Rose. He's the guy that sets money aside to go to the strip club for his favorite stripper every week. That's the guy that he is. He's a clown. So she knew what she had when she was dealing with him. It's not any like, oh, she fell in love and no. She needed a goon to work. Nobody wanted her. And she knew if somebody did grab her again, it would be the same Reggie Bush thing where she would get smashed a few times and tossed. So that's why Amber Rose is not married. Who wants to marry that? Who would want to marry a woman that went on a television show and said, oh, I had another man's kids on my face this weekend? What?
That was crazy.
Oh. No.
So you're saying
Kanye ain't got no
that the only people okay, I don't know if I'm getting this right, but are you saying the only people this feminism movement is hurting is just beta guys? It's not really hurting alpha men at all?
No, it's not. I mean, it depends on, because there's levels to it, but I'm talking about the dudes that were coochie getters before are still coochie getters now. These girls out here that are protesting like, oh, this is ridiculous. We hate the way men are. They're calling a dude they have no business calling when it gets late at night, and they're going over there and getting duffed. And in the morning, they're going home and they're making sure nobody knows about it because they have a reputation to uphold. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to let anybody know that they're letting this dude ball them out. But there's no hunger for women to have some pliable, agreeable guy. Like, yeah, you can go out. I don't care. Oh, yeah, did you get cool with this guy at work? He can call you on your cell phone. I have no problem with it. Oh, are you going out for dinner afterwards? Oh, it sounds like a date, but I'm not going to say it's a date because I don't want to get you upset. You can go out. I trust you. No woman wants that. She's going to want a dude that's like, huh? What? No. I'll tell you what. You go on that date, you better pack the rest of your stuff in his house and don't come back here. You better hope he has some staircases in his place because he ain't coming back here. You're done here. And then she'll sit up there and pout and get mad, and you end up smashing at the end of the night to end the night.
Well, I can honestly say as a woman that I totally cannot stand a guy who's a yes guy. I will take over the relationship, and in the end, I'm going to leave. So, yeah, y'all are pretty much correct. Even though men and women both don't like to come out and agree with that.
I think my boy just got on. Quan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, he's in. All right, that's the last person we was waiting for.
Hey, Catfish got to get out of here. I got to go find some more cat money real quick. So I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. Y'all be easy. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Catfish. Catfish was like, I need that money. I don't care about, talking about no women. All right. So, bottom line is only punk men are hurt by feminism. That's what I'm getting from this. If you're a punk, feminism is running over you. So,
well, no. I mean, I don't want to be too liberal like that. The fallout of feminism can hurt regular guys too. Like you could have a guy that was, acting the way he was supposed to act, but due to the influence now that feminism has, where they act as if a guy doing man stuff is wrong, that can throw a monkey wrench into a dude's relationship. At no fault of his own. Like it's chicks out here that really think it's okay to have multiple men calling them while they're married or while they're in a relationship. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of women that think that's okay. I do have a question that came in, but before I read the question, we have a bunch of questions coming in actually. Before I read the question, if you want to call in, if you're a woman and you want to call in, because I know you're itching to, or you're a guy and you have a question and you're brave enough to call in, go ahead and call us at 607-203-5378. That's 607-203-5378. If you want to text in, we won't look badly at you. If you want to text in instead, you can text us at 484-840-3627. 484-840-3627. So based on something that you said earlier, Logic, someone just asked, if I'm a beta and I'm a nice guy, how do I become an alpha?
Damn. Wow. You got an ass?
Hey, don't laugh.
I mean, that's a... Put it, well,
I was thinking that. Why are you laughing
impossible.
at the guy? He's trying to learn.
No, I'm not going to laugh at him.
I ain't laughing at him.
He has to, whoever he is, he has to unlearn everything that he learned is the way that he's supposed to conduct himself. Don't go on the internet like MGTOW, they get crazy. Like they act like just pumping chicks that's the way to go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't turn into an asshole because you'll just be an asshole. Nobody's going to want to deal with you. It's just you have to change your mentality. Okay, here's a good way to look at it. And I talked about this with Quan. I'll let Quan chime in if he feel it. You have to redefine what's important. Like when young men are being raised predominantly by women, mothers tend to kick into their head, you got to be a good man to a woman. When you find a woman, you better blah, blah, blah. So, like, the focus is like a woman. But you need to turn around all of that energy and take the focus off of whatever woman that you like or whatever type of woman that you want and focus on yourself. And unless you're Bruce Wayne, you got somewhere that you can start fixing something. Something's off. So put all of your energy into that. If there's different things in your life that you don't like let's say your apartment is raggedy, get a nice apartment, or get a better house, or fix it if you have a house. Put your money into fixing it. Get a dependable car. Put 4 or 5 G's in your wardrobe will turn you into a whole new person. If your gear is lacking. Yeah. So whatever, 6 months in the gym will do wonders for your physique. Wherever you're lacking, fix it. So that way you can start knowing inside, in your core, I'm all right, I'm the shit. Okay? So once you start to think that, you don't like these bum chicks that you look at and you be like, oh God, I wonder if she's gonna call. You're not gonna care about that no more because you're the abundance of women that you're gonna be able to get their attention, talk to them, or whatever. You're less thirsty, so you're gonna be less desperate, which is what they like. They don't like desperation, and they can smell it. So when you're less desperate and you're more focused on yourself, just to the fact that you're focused on your goal, you're coming off as aloof. You're not calling. You're not checking. You're not looking at Instagram and Twitter and whatever else and checking on nobody. You're focusing on you. Then you're giving them time to wonder what's going on with so-and-so. I haven't heard from him in a while. Now she's coming to you. Now you might not have time. And that's intriguing because she's going to want to know why. What's he doing? Who's he with?
Again, I'm going to put a disclaimer in here from a woman's standpoint. Please first know the personality of the woman you're dealing with. Because there are some women out there that if you're not giving her the time, they're not going to chase after you either. So,
yeah, but see, but those chicks, you got to let them go. Because why would you be in a relationship with a girl that's going to be like, look, if he ain't going to blah, 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 I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. That's toxic.
Yeah, if he texts me every day, he texts me every day.
Well, no, I'm saying if you're not putting in the time, then the girl's not going to put in the time either. So if you're like, I'm going to fall back, and you're saying, I'm just going to let her chase, the girl might see that as...
But not fall back and don't...
Yeah, but I said fall back and don't be an asshole. You know, if she's calling, you don't pick up the phone like, what do you want? All right, I'm busy. Who? Nah, I ain't got no time for it. Click. Yeah,
Click.
don't expect her to call back. What are you doing? But if she calls and you're like, hey, what's happening? And then she goes to try to, I don't know, get into her nonsense of my cousin called me and blah blah blah, or this bitch at work said this. You let her go for about 5 or 10 minutes. You say, listen, that's crazy. I hope you make it through that. But listen, I got some things boiling over here, so I got to get back to this. If you're trying to come through, let me know. But, if not, I'll talk to you. I'll check you out tomorrow.
Yep.
The abruptness and the fact that you ended the conversation, which is usually probably her ending it, that you're already switching up the dynamics. You're taking the power back.
Yeah. And the first thing she's going to say is, oh, you don't got the time to talk to me right now? Like, what? Yep.
Yeah. And then be vague, too, because she'll probably throw out there after the second or third time, like, oh, so you just, you ain't got it done. You Mr. Popular now. And just say something vague like, my dance card stays full. But let me know if you try to get in there, and I'll see
they
what
can't
I can
handle
do.
They can't handle that like that. They be like, what? They you throwing
Anything you say is going to be less worse than whatever she's going to have in her imagination if you just leave it blank.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing.
Hello?
I think the biggest thing is basically valuing your time. Like if you're a beta now and you don't value your time, of course she's gonna run all over you, man. You gotta value your time and let her know that your time means something. Like, okay, listen, this is what we're doing at this time. Would you like to do it or blah blah blah? You don't sit there and just be chasing around her and let her basically just take control of the whole situation, as other people will say. Basically, make sure that you let her know exactly what we're doing step by step. No woman wants some women do, but then again, they're going to run all over you, and they're going to get you and use you for what they want to use you for. Biggest thing is value your time.
Well, bringing
up that topic of because not everyone. Well, let me say, I think if you're a beta, because not everyone could be an alpha, so it's not something to be ashamed of if you're a beta. However, like DJ, like Logic, like
No.
What she just said?
No. Kai, you're coming with your girl nonsense. It is absolutely no. Stop. No. It's terrible to be a beta. There's no excuse for that.
How is it terrible?
None.
Not everybody is born an alpha. You can't learn to be an alpha. But
you're telling them it's okay. It's not okay. They're going to be beta regardless, more than likely, but it's not okay. Every man
so
should
you're gonna
be
make
an
them feel
alpha in
bad
a
about
relationship.
themselves?
Yes, they should. Listen, if your girl is the alpha in the relationship, you should
That's
feel
crazy.
bad.
Yes, you should.
What are you talking about?
So real
this
quick,
isn't the
Logic,
Kai
just to
show, so I'm
ask
going
you
to
a
shut up.
question. Real quick, Logic, do you even believe in 50-50 relationships, though?
Do I believe in what?
50-50 relationships.
No,
like
not at all. It's not possible.
So you don't?
No. Somebody, listen, somebody is always going to be more. I don't care which way you try to slice it. I don't care if it's 51-49. Somebody is going to have more of the dominance in that relationship. It's not going to be two captains to the same ship. It's never going to be that. So most guys, if they are running around talking about, yeah, me and my, we're even, and more than likely his girl runs that relationship. More than likely. Because he's saying that.
Christopher Wallace, what do you think about 50-50 relationships? Do you agree with Logic?
It's laughable. Like, it's not, the relationship thing isn't laughable. Hold on. Let me get that on. I'm laughing because I'm going to disagree with you, Logic, and I agree with a lot of things you're saying. But, I mean, I do kind of, and then I can agree with you with the 51 thing. But, now, if you got to go back to your wife and go ask if your relationship is 50-50 or who running the relationship, then you already know where you at. But at the same point, it depends on.
Then that's it right there. If you don't have to ask, you're the dominant one. That's the point.
North Pole Hotline.
Help, I know Santa was busy, but he missed some big styles on my family's list.
Good thing there's Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, Old Navy's got everything you still want. Right now, get up to 75% off store-wide from PJs to puffer jackets.
Up to 75% off?
Including thousands of clearance styles from just $1.99.
I can't miss that.
Or this. Today only, get 50% off all of Old Navy's jeans for adults and kids, even Rockstar 24/7 jeans.
50% off?
Hurry into Old Navy for up to 75% off store-wide. Valid 12/26/12. In stores only. Jean sale valid 12/26. Excludes in-store clearance.
You proving my point right
there.
there.
That way. But I'm saying if you're looking at it that way. But, I mean, at the same note, if you're talking about 50-50 as in money, 50-50 as in how we doing things in the house, or 50-50, I guess I kind of do get it because I'm looking at my relationship right now. But thinking about the whole thing.
Listen, and don't look. I don't want people to think that I'm talking across the board, like the dude is standing in the living room. Like, no, I don't like those curtains. The woman might be running, the kids, the house, perhaps even paying the bills. With the, she has access to the accounts and she's just going in there and knocking that Pico and Comcast and everything off so you don't have to deal with it, maybe, whatever way you design it. But when it comes to who is driving, who is piloting the ship of the relationship, it's one captain. Sometimes it's a woman. Sometimes it's a man. But there's only one. Somebody, whoever the other one is the first mate, and they're waiting for the confirmation of, are we going to move? Yeah, we're going to move.
But
we're out of here. But
here's where I get that logic, where I'm like, you don't think that your woman completes you? Now, when you're married, when you're a single man, and when I'm saying single man, I'm talking about girlfriend, boyfriend. That's something totally different. But what I'm saying is, when you're married, y'all kind of piloting the ship sometimes, because sometimes she gonna take the slack, sometimes you gonna take the slack, and that's where 50-50 comes from. And that's what I'm saying with 50-50, because now all the time, if you lose your job today, if you lose your job today, right? Do you expect your girl to pick up the slack? I mean, of course you're gonna go be looking for a job, but you don't want her dogging you out. Like, oh well, now you're not the man in the house now because you can't pay no bills.
Listen, you know what? This goes to something I was talking to Quan about. If my girl is only giving me a certain amount of respect due to a dynamic that is playing a part, i.e., I'm making more money, so that's why she's showing me respect, I'm not going to be with her because you're going to respect me regardless, just like I have to respect you regardless. If I respect my woman and I say I'm not going to cheat on her, well, it don't matter if she gets fat. It doesn't matter if she's in a wheelchair. It ain't going to matter if she get burned in a car accident and she look like a melted Snicker bar or something. If I say that I'm going to be loyal, then that's what it has to be. It can't be
And that's what Rico was talking about.
Attached to that. What?
That's called unconditional love right there. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So
that's
it's like now
condition.
talking about this flex situation that you just gave me. If I lose my job and then she's rocking it and she's paying all the bills, she ain't gonna come in this house one day and then say, oh, "Look, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna just, I'm gonna go to dinner, and if you got a problem with it, you can't." What? I'm gonna still hawk up like I'm making six figures. Like, who you talking to? Yo, you get to pack the bags now. I'll burn this house down before I let you walk out of this joint and come back here like you. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But I'm gonna bring my boy Quan into it now. Quan, I want you to talk about your theory of women getting with dudes for whatever situation that they find desirable. I think that's the way you put it.
Yeah, I was talking about just the initial attraction, whatever that is. I don't really care what that is. Like the situation you're talking about is like, that's your girl, and even that's a little bit dubious to me. If you're talking about your wife, that's a whole different subject.
Yeah,
if you're just saying somebody your girl, that don't really mean too much. You know what I'm talking about? As far as that.
For real?
As far as, what I mean by that is, you know how I feel about it. Like, if you and your girlfriend break up, I don't think it's no great tragedy. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
well, yeah, it's not a tragedy as it would be if your wife left you and the family is breaking apart.
Exactly.
I agree with that, but I still think that a girlfriend should show you the same respect as a wife. She might not have the same duties and expectations, but
I think when you with a girlfriend, you're trying to see if she has those qualities.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe she can grow into those qualities or whatever or whatnot. But it's not. I don't think that's because I think respect specifically is something you gotta kind of earn. You know what I'm talking about? Like, for instance, when we first meet, you don't really know me. I don't really know you. As we get to know each other or whatnot, that's when, okay, you understand what I like, I understand what you like. And if you respect me, you're not going to do what I don't like. We might have some arguments or whatever. We might talk about it or whatever, but it's a growing process, right? Now, at any point, if anybody disqualifies themselves, it is what it is.
Well, here's my question to you. What is the criteria that is set for you to decide whether or not some chick is going to be your girlfriend? Like if you start off like, okay, you're my girl, and I want to see if you have these qualifications, or do you sort through that before you even say, yeah, you can call yourself my girl?
Oh, we sort through that.
Yeah, I think you sort through that a little bit. I think you do a little bit of filtering before you get to that point.
So you wait. Okay, so you find out whether or not she has these qualities before you give her the girlfriend status, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So yeah,
yes
if I'm giving her the green light, then I've already assessed whether or not she has respect, and whether or not I should respect her, and whether or not she has the qualities. So if she starts off just in girlfriend mode, doing something wacky, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you already know what I expect.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and continue to jump through hoops and earn some extra respect out of you. Either I have your respect or I don't. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like I remember talking to this chick way back in the day, and she wanted to be in a relationship, but then she said something that just made me stop talking to her that day, which is she said, it's hard for me to find a guy that I think is worth being loyal to. I said, what?
Wow.
Damn.
I said, what does that mean? And she was just like, no, I don't mean you. I said, I don't care who you mean. Just tell me what your thought process is behind that. What are you talking about? And she was just like, well, some guys, it's like, it's cool you know, we can have fun, but, you know, for me to not take a number, it's like, you got to be special. I was like, you know what?
That's crazy.
Disqualified herself.
Lose
She
my
disqualified
number.
herself. I think these things work themselves out.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like,
so to all the guys on the panel, even Logic's friends, to all the guys on the panel, if a girl told you that completely disqualifies her, like immediately?
Yeah. Why is she dating you then? And she tell you that something like that? So I'm just there. This is a
all right, but listen. Okay, well, flip that though. Okay, so she's talking about loyalty is very, you know, for me to not take a number. What about a girl that's with you because you got a nice car, or that you got money, or that you're in shape, or whatever? Is that the same?
Listen, you got to sort these chicks out. Yeah, it's the same. Yes. You got to sort these chicks out. Everything you need to be doing.
So wait
right
a second. Okay, I'm getting confused. Who's talking right now?
Oh, this is Christopher Wallace. Logic had asked the question, and then I'm answering.
Yeah, I heard Logic's question, and Christopher Wallace. Okay, so you're saying you have to sort them out. So what do you mean by that? Do you mean you'll talk to her if she's with you because you have a jag, for instance, and you'll just be like, well, we need to talk about our relationship, or are you ending it with her because she's not with you? Okay.
Listen, we're not talking like that. I'm saying we're going to sort this out where it's like, okay, I get with a girl, right? Now, when we go on our first date, we're going to say, okay, let's see where we're going to go. Depending on how we go out to eat or something like that. Of course, you know that as being a gentleman, you'll pay for the dinner. All right? After that, you know, maybe you guys get some
keep my mouth shut.
Okay. I don't know what
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Hold on.
I don't know what
I'm writing it down because I have a follow-up question after he's done. But continue.
Okay, so you know, you go pay for the dinner. Okay, you see where it's going to go to. Okay. Not all the time it's going to lead to cheeks. Not all the time. At the same note, you can see where that conversation goes. You gotta enter a woman's mind first before you do anything else. You gotta talk to her like on a certain level. You're gonna know what the chick is there for out of maybe the first date, second date, or third. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, is she interested or she not interested? Or every time I'm around her and we went out with her friends this time, she really into them, not to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna know. If you can't sort that out, there's something wrong with you.
Well, if you see you meet a girl, you take her to dinner, and before y'all discuss that, wouldn't you want to go Dutch instead of paying for a dinner, and then you go to this expensive place and everything like that, and she taking you for, oh my God, he has money. So right then she already pegged you as.
I'm not taking no chick to no expensive place.
Well, okay, I'm
on the first date.
All right. Well, but still.
Well, I mean, but you know what? We're kind of boiling down into the etiquette of where you take a chick. I want to get more to the core of Quan's theory, which is, you know, you got chicks out there that are, I believe he said, attracted to you for one reason or maybe several reasons. But at what point do you draw the line of, okay, you like dudes that got big shoulder muscles. Why else are you here? You know what I mean? Like, that was my whole thing when we had the conversation. So do you agree with, and I want to double check, Quan, so you were saying that it shouldn't bother you if for whatever reason if she was attracted?
The initial attraction, it shouldn't really bother you too much. I said it should evolve to something else, whatever that is. But the initial attraction, it's whatever.
I mean, you always going to get initial attraction. The only way that you either going to enter somebody's life is the initial attraction. You ain't going to just look at somebody and know their whole personality.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what if it's based on money?
I agree with Quan. If it's some guy that's 6 feet tall and that's what I'm attracted to, that's initially why I'm with you, because your face looks good and you're tall.
What if it's based on money, status, or a car, or something like that?
That's completely different.
Well, a lot of women, they just don't.
Why?
Some women or some people. Well, yeah, go ahead. Why? I want to hear it.
Why would that be different?
Why is that different? That's completely different. If your initial attraction is money, that
no, listen,
goes away.
You're saying it, you're giving it that tone when you say it, but that's just as shallow of running up to a dude because he's 6'4".
Exactly.
Okay, let's put it in another term.
It's just like Christopher Wallace. It's just like Christopher Wallace said. It's just like Christopher Wallace said. You have to have some kind of physical attraction to somebody for you to even want to go talk to them. Now, for her to find out that you're rich and that's why she wants to talk to you, that's completely different. You could be fat and ugly, but you're rich. That's not the same thing. She's not attracted to you. She's attracted to what you have.
Quan, you was going to put it in another way.
I was going to put it another way. Instead of saying because of money or your car, what if we say, to use a term I heard, he's a good provider.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard that.
You already know what the provisions is made of. God. So
good provider.
So are you saying if someone likes someone or partially attracted to someone because they're a good provider, you think that's completely a no-go?
Well, because she's baked to me. This is my opinion. I can't speak for anybody else. But if a girl comes up to me and she says, I'm attracted to you because you look like you're a good provider. To me, that just means that you assess based on some outward thing that I'm displaying. You assess the quality of life you can have by being with me. So it has nothing to do with me. It just happens to be I showed this calculation for your eyes, and that's the one right there. Now, as far as the physical attraction, I'm not going to fault somebody to a certain degree. If a girl likes me because she likes my physique or she likes my height or she likes the way my face architecture is or whatever, okay, that's cool. But if I do something like, I don't know, if I say I got into a car accident, you know what I mean? And, I'll be like, I got in a car accident. I see. Like, nothing happened to your face, did it? What? Did anything happen to your face? Why?
I got to look at you.
I'm just saying because I don't see guys. Yeah, it's like, what? Or if, you lose it. I got laid off. Well, is the money going to be okay?
You got unemployment coming in?
Is the money going to be okay? What are you talking about? I got laid off. I'm depressed right now. Yeah, but are we still going to be able to live here? Oh, gosh.
And like I said, they disqualify themselves. Like I said, I think these things become self-evident. I think as soon as somebody does something to disqualify themselves, it's incumbent upon the man to cut it off, or the woman, or whatever.
But what if you 10 years deep before something happened like that?
That's crazy.
Cut it off.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. What if y'all are married with a family and then this happens? Then what are you going to do then?
His theory is based on natural selection. He says I'm rough. But listen, you heard how quick he said it. Kids, cows, cut it off. It's done. She killed herself. She's extinct. Her species is dead to you now.
If you went 10 years with a chick, and the only reason she was with you is because you had a good job, and you never picked that up, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, but
you haven't been paying attention.
Okay, all right. Well, let me switch it from the good job. Let's say it's something like physique. Let's say you was in shape all the time, but you start to hit over 45, you start to pick up some weight. Next thing you know, she acting funky, and it's like, what are you giving me this attitude? What's going on with you? And now you realize it's, because you don't gain weight. Now she's treating you like garbage because she likes dudes with a six-pack. It's like you didn't know that all through your youth because you've been young and tight and keeping it together. But, now you're an older guy feeling like you're coming into your stride. All right, it's time to get a lazy boy and relax. And here go your check back on full.
So you're saying in your situation that you would stay with a John that you're completely physically unattracted to if you've been with her for 10 years?
No. You're misunderstanding me. I'm saying, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm saying that, let's say the guy was with a girl, and he was into working out all those years. He met her like 27, 30, 31, whatever. And he was in this, they were both workout people. You know, they went to the gym, had fun, went kayaking and stuff like that, had some kids. Then, you know, let's say he hurts his knee and takes, you know, he takes a couple of months off of lifting and starts to think, like, you know what, I don't feel like running in that gym and going crazy no more. That's ridiculous. My knee is hurting. I just can't do it no more. He starts to pick up a couple of pounds. I'm not saying morbidly obese. I'm just saying not a six-pack. Now she's acting funky towards him, and just, you know, the relationship is getting stale and difficult because he never knew, just based off of just living his life, he never knew that all of her ire was built up on.
But the way you phrase that, think about what you phrased. What you phrased is that they were both into working out. That was a big part of their life. You know, that was a big thing for her. You know what I'm talking about? He knew that. So I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not here trying to assign blame or anything like that or say it's crazy.
No,
but
just say what you feel.
But that was a big part of their life. You know what I'm talking about? That was one of the things that she liked. I'm sure there's other things, you know, and maybe she can adapt, you know what I'm talking about? But you can't say that if she feels some type of way that now this major part of their life has changed, that I'm not saying she should, you know, give them some shit or something like that, but you know how they do at first. They be like, yo, you know, why don't we work out together? Well, we're like, nah. See, they give you the warning signs, you know what I'm talking about.
Did he just say you know how they do at first? Good God.
Yeah, I think every man understood that on this panel.
Well, I take offense to that being the only woman here.
Of course you do. You're a broad.
Take offense to what? What did I say? I'm confused.
You said that's how they. You know how they do.
You said you know how they do in the beginning. Like we just, oh come on, just work out. Oh, I can't believe you're not working out. Oh my God, I'm done with this relationship.
But here's the thing, my John. Unlike Moo, like unlike that, I'm more universal with my theories, you know. So I don't say it's women or men. Like if it's a man, right, and his girl, for whatever, makes drastic changes to her life where she's not like, you know, to a drastic change enough where she's not physically attracted to him, which is a thing. You know, physical attraction is a thing. It's not some, you know, that's nothing. That's a thing. That's a big thing. You know, if she goes to a point where she's no longer physically attracted to him, you don't think that he could feel some type of way about that? Now, I'm not saying break up or whatever, maybe, but it's going to be a change in the relationship. It has to be.
But they had to sit down and talk to each other then.
I just tell him stop being a little bitch. That's what I'll tell him.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing where I'm saying, having a relationship grown, I mean, it depends on the longevity of the relationship. Now, if it's an early relationship, I can understand. Like, okay, you've been with this person for maybe like 2-3 months. You're like, oh, this happened. Listen, I'm not for that. Boom, I'm out. But if you've been with this person for years, and you go into a wedding goals or whatever like that, then no, it shouldn't be no. Oh, okay, listen, it's called unconditional love. That's the biggest thing we talking about, right?
So here's my feelings on a wedding. So to make it clear, as long as you don't got no kids, I don't care about it too much as far as breaking it up. You know, like what?
Wow.
What? Hold on. Explain that to me, please.
Let me just take a wild guess. You're single, right?
Yeah.
I'm just a wild guess. Good God.
Hey, listen, hold on now.
As long as you don't got no kids.
That really don't mean nothing, because if you think about prenups, it's all cool as long as you don't have kids, because you don't have to pay child support, which is the
as
other
long as
way
you don't have no kids,
come up.
As long as you don't have no kids, you know, anything else, you know, it can be ended. I mean, I'm not saying just end it with anybody, you know, just jump into it. But cats think like, I got 10 years in, I got to stick it out. Nah, B, you can live, B. You can be happy. Choose happiness.
10 years in, as long as they marriage, yo.
Choose happiness. Choose happiness, brother.
Hey, look.
I don't think he agrees with you, BJ. All right. We have like 16 minutes left. Let me get to some of these questions. All right, so this same guy asked 2 questions, but y'all basically answered it, which was, why do women say they want a good guy, but they don't want me? And then follow-up question to that is, what do I have to do to be more desirable to women? So I guess y'all basically answered that, but, answer it again. Why do women say they want a good guy, but they really don't?
The reason women say that is because it sounds good, like when a woman says, I normally don't do this.
And they do it all the time.
Of course they do.
Alicia Keys.
So the follow-up question was, what do I have to do to be more desirable to women?
Stop caring.
Damn.
Stop caring. Work on yourself. Do you. Women will find that more desirable than anything else. But then when you stop caring, you become an asshole, and then you still don't get women. No.
Not that way.
I have to express this again. Not caring doesn't equal asshole. Only if you act like an asshole, that's when you become an asshole. A wise man once told me, don't be a dickhead, Poppy. Just don't be a dick. That's all you got to do. Don't be a dickhead. If she calls you and say, hey, I was thinking about you, don't say, yeah, you're thinking about me now, huh? And blah, blah. You're a dick. You're being a dick. Don't be a dick. Like, yo, yeah, you thinking about me like that? Won't you come through real quick and show me what you was thinking about? If she him and haws and says, oh, okay, yeah, you just have what you're doing. All right, well, listen, when you figure out what you was thinking about, come holler at me. Click. It's over. You give, there was a brush off, a glancing blow, but you kept it moving. You didn't lose your shit, which doesn't make you look weak and needy, and you didn't stay on that phone like, oh, you mean you don't want to come over? I got some food, and every week in Netflix and chill. See, now you're begging, and that makes you look like, ugh. So just, okay, yeah, when you get some time, just holler at me. If not, blah, blah, blah. Here's another thing I'm going to tell guys. Don't answer the phone if she calls you after 7. I don't care if you're home alone. 7 is smashing hour. Anything from 7 on to the next morning. So even if you're alone, she has to get the idea that you probably got somebody at the house. Leave it there. Make her wait.
Yeah, now you're inviting crazy broads to drive up to your house to see who's there.
And listen, but she's coming over there. And listen, when crazy chicks show up like that, that means they frothed up and ready.
Don't let them.
Don't let them.
What's up? Don't let them know where you live. Yep.
I'm just saying.
That's that angry sex. That's right.
I personally wouldn't answer the door. I would really drive her crazy. But, if they can handle it, whatever they decide.
All right. Next question. My ex and I are getting a divorce. She wants full custody of my kids and has threatened that I won't see them again. What can I do to at least get shared custody?
Don't negotiate with terrorists.
They always do that. Yep. Serious. You just put them in that situation. Yep.
Man, he's going to get shared custody no matter what.
What?
I said, did that happen to you, BJ?
No, but I heard it before. I nipped that in the bud in the way before that started. Yeah, I wasn't a sucker like that. No.
And Christopher Wallace, said he's gonna get shared custody either way.
Yeah, he don't got to worry about that.
They try to do that psychological thing.
Unless he was some type of like abusive, crazy man or something like that. The government ain't gonna even though they dictating how you do your kids and stuff like that, they're not gonna sit there and say, this man can't have shared custody. Come on.
But women be throwing it out there, trying to get them in your mind. Think, oh my God,
you don't gotta worry about that.
Get those beta guys to think that, yeah, you please. Yeah, all right, whatever.
Man, listen, he good. You don't gotta worry about that.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Here's a good one. All right. I live with my mom, but I only do it to help her out. I pay the mortgage and all the bills. When I tell a girl this, she's turned off because I live with my mom. I'm lonely and want to date, but my mom needs me. I can't afford 2 places. What do I do?
Stop telling chicks you live with your mom.
Exactly.
You tell people that you're taking care of your mother and you have a house and a mortgage. That's what you say, you idiot.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Like, change your whole word. It ain't even that hard.
I know.
All right. Hey. Put him in the beta pile.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
Put him in the beta pile.
Exactly. He might be a gamma.
A gamma.
Y'all are so mean. So all he has to do is change
think
the way
about what
he
he
does
just
it.
said.
Then.
He goes out to the club and tells people, I live with my mom. And he's expecting, like, oh, that's sweet. This is not Dawson's Creek. What are you talking about? This is real life. Chicks don't think that's sexy.
No.
They picturing a guy in the basement.
But see, if you're telling me you live with your mom, but then you tell me the situation, I'm not going to knock you for that. You're taking care of your mother.
Listen, first of all, we already established you're not a girl, so shut up. All right, but most regular girls are not going to look at that. Now, if a dude, if he's home, because there's many different reasons a dude can be home. If you're home because you're stacking up because you're about to do a major move somewhere, you need the money for it, you still don't tell people I'm living at home with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you say that, I got a, crazy situation. I'm kind of, riding the couch a little bit right now because I have a business opportunity or something. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're going back to school, you say that. You get away from the living conditions. You talk about what you're doing.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I don't even know why that even would come up like that.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Where do I live?
Unnecessary information.
I guess I don't know
Like
if you're
I
trying
said
to go
before.
back to the dude's place. I don't know.
And that's the question you asked. Why, you trying to go somewhere? What's up? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't that. Listen, unless your mom busting open the door and seeing what y'all doing, it don't even matter. She ain't even gonna see the rest of the house.
Damn.
Well, I don't know if I would advise the man to sneak a chick in his mother's house, because that's something you can't recover from. A grown man and your mom. Who that?
Oh man. All right. Now, my question was based on something Christopher Wallace said earlier. Now, Christopher Wallace, you haven't been on the show, so you don't know the arguments we've had with Shar and everything like that. Our men, and this goes to Quan, BJ, I already know Logic stands on this, but are men okay with basically being expected to pay for the date? Because I hear every girl, women argue with me because I'm like, I don't mind paying for the first date or, going half-half. I don't mind paying for my own stuff or whatever. But women say that the man is expected to pay on the first date. If you're interested in me as a woman, you have to pay for asking me out or whatever they say. I don't know.
Listen, who asked
y'all
who out?
okay with this?
Who asked who out? If he asked her out, then I'm going to pay. But if she asked me out, like, hey, I'm going to take you here, then she going to pay. That's just bottom line.
But how many times does a girl ask a dude out, though? Is that normal?
It depends on how.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm going to shut up then. I didn't know that was normal. I thought it's usually the dude who asked the girl out.
No, you got some aggressive women out here.
Not to me. Next question, follow-up question. As a guy, does that seem thirsty to you when a woman asks you out?
No.
Nah, it doesn't.
You're okay with
it shows
that?
she's interested.
Yeah.
She shows that she's interested right away.
That's it. Just show interest.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean y'all don't take it as she's being too forward?
No.
Nah.
It depends on what she's wearing.
Hey, maybe the strip.
She got one of them dominatrix joints on.
Can't be a strip club.
Yeah, she got boots up to her thighs. That might be a problem.
Wait. I like boots to my thighs. Is that
Oh, my God.
horrid?
You're not normal, remember?
What?
You, madam, are a slut.
That's the word right there.
Hey, but would you ask somebody out on a date?
No, I think in my entire life I've asked one person out.
Yeah, she playing hard to get. You know why she wear the boots.
I don't think that's it at all. I don't think that. I wear the boots because they're cute. I like how they look.
Yeah, that's what a lot of chicks say. I like this dress because it's cute. It's just short and cute. It's real short. I don't know about cute. Mm-hmm.
So, Christopher Wallace, if you saw a girl wearing thigh-high boots, to you that's a turn-off? Like you wouldn't talk to her?
Nah. It depends on what the rest of the outfit look like. You telling me like thigh-high boots and jeans? Thigh-high boots and miniskirt. Two different things. Two different things now.
Yeah, that's way different.
Two very drastic different messages.
Yep. That's crazy. Okay.
Hey, listen, it's the same way I feel about leggings. If she's wearing leggings with a tunic top that's covering her pretty much top half of her bottom partial towards that sounds crazy the way I just said it. If it's covering her groin and butt area pretty much, then that's different. There's some sweater dresses that go down to like the mid-thigh. If she has on leggings to travel the rest of the way down to her shoes, that's classy. But if a chick is running around with her camel toe on display, I got to look at you sideways.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. This question just came in, and it's from a woman. This is disturbing. Okay, cool. My new husband always makes my daughter massage his head and back. She's 12.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Meaning that's not his blood daughter?
I know.
Is this Eve by you?
No.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Seek help quick.
Give me the rest. Go ahead. Give me the rest.
You sure? When they're play wrestling, he like smacks her butt and pinches her.
Oh my God!
Should I ask him to stop? Is there anything wrong with this?
Call the police. What are you talking about?
Yes. Damn.
If you had to ask that question, you know what's wrong.
You know what's up, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's 12?
12.
Yes,
Yo.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine when this girl is 18, what he going to be doing in that house? She better not ever go to the supermarket or whatever without her. Because it's a wrap.
Yep.
Stop. You need to ask him to pack.
Leave.
Ask him to leave. Yeah, thanks.
That is the craziest. I'm sorry, I had another question that I was looking for, and see, this is why I write down my questions. But when that one just came in, I had to say it to the panel because
she can't ever go to the movies. She can't ever go out of town. It's a
That's
wrap.
crazy.
You can't leave that dude on with her.
That's a shame. Yeah.
I mean, if that was his daughter, and I mean, if that was his blood daughter, I don't have a problem with you're massaging
it's still a little
back or whatever. I don't know, like his shoulders.
But
Yeah, but for you to just be married and that's not his kid, and now y'all are living together, and I don't think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you got issues. Yeah.
So I can't remember. I can't find this question, and I'm gonna just try and say it from the top of my head. So I apologize, listener. I can't find your question, and I didn't write it down. But the question was something like this. I married my best friend of 20 years. We've been married 20 years. He's my best friend. He's my confidant. We've been together since high school. We have children, and I love him to death. But how do I tell him that I'm no longer in love with him?
Damn, that sounds like my life.
You should sit him down with whatever guy you've been talking to on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, how do you figure there's a guy on the side?
Because it's something, man. That long?
Chicks always leapfrog like that.
Yeah.
They don't never leave without a plan. It's always some other dude around. And all of a sudden, I'm just not feeling the same way anymore.
Damn.
Funny how that works.
He don't know what he doing. It's point blank period.
No, it's not that.
He don't know.
No, it's just like he just blindsided. He got blindsided. He didn't.
Hey. Choose happiness, sister.
But Christopher Wallace, you think this is on him? You think it's because of how he's acting and what he's doing that she's straight?
No, not the whole thing. But I'm saying is he could have stopped. She could have lost interest because he's the same old dude. Like, okay, it's something that they never talked about. It could be something where it's like, okay, I want a little bit more. Now, if she's been hitting to him the whole time, I want a little bit more, and he ain't giving it, then yeah, she's going to leapfrog. She out of there. But obviously she told him. I'm pretty sure it was something that led up to this before she just say, I'm out of here. Now, if she one of them quiet types or he's stupid. One or the other.
He wasn't hitting the gym.
He wasn't hitting the gym.
Same person.
That's logic answer for everything, though.
He was in the gym.
Yo, listen, it's either sex or money most of the time. That's what it is.
Well, what if he has money but there's not a lot of sex? Do you think she's still gonna go out on him?
Then, like he said, he didn't hit the gym.
Yeah. Damn. We can't wait.
All right, well, that's our man show for today. I do want to thank Quan, Catfish, Nugget, and Christopher Wallace for joining us. Apparently, we answered everybody's questions, and everybody is very happy with our answers. And to the woman with a 12-year-old daughter, please, for your daughter's sake, get out of there. Like now, like tonight, like while you're listening to this show, leave.
Get out.
I know, right?
Get out. Get out.
Next week's show, we're going to be talking about the real meaning of Thanksgiving. Is Thanksgiving what everybody else is trying to act like it is, or what is the real meaning of Thanksgiving? So that's next week, right here on No Conduct Radio. Thanks for joining us. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.
I need Shaw on the show. Y'all are so boring.
North Pole Hotline.
Help, I know Santa was busy, but he missed some big styles on my family's list.
Good thing there's Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, Old Navy's got everything you still want. Right now, get up to 75% off store-wide from PJs to puffer jackets.
Up to 75% off?
Including thousands of clearance styles from just $1.99.
I can't miss that.
Or this. Today only, get 50% off all of Old Navy's jeans for adults and kids, even Rockstar 24/7 jeans.
50% off?
Hurry into Old Navy for up to 75% off store-wide. Valid 12/26/1/2. In stores only. Jean sale valid 12/26. Excludes in-store clearance. North Pole Hotline.
Help, I know Santa was busy, but he missed some big styles on my family's list.
Good thing there's Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, Old Navy's got everything you still want. Right now, get up to 75% off store-wide from PJs to puffer jackets.
Up to 75% off?
Including thousands of clearance styles from just $1.99.
I can't miss that.
Or this. Today only, get 50% off all of Old Navy's jeans for adults and kids, even Rockstar 24/7 jeans.
50% off?
Hurry into Old Navy for up to 75% off store-wide. Valid 12/26/1/2. In stores only. Jean sale valid 12/26. Excludes in-store clearance.